I'm Pastor Jake. Now, we've been talking about the week leading up to Easter, which is they had Palm Sunday yesterday, which was Jesus entering the gates of Jerusalem and on the donkey, people laying palm leaves down. Then he went into the temple. He chased out all the money changers, said this is not a house of thieves, this is a house of God, which is great. Then he left, and then the next day he comes back, and he's walking, and there's a fig tree. And he sees it, and he walks up to it, and it has no fruit on it. He's hungry, so he just curses the tree, says, you shall never bear fruit again. And the tree withers in front of the disciples' eyes. He tells them, he says, and they were marveled now. It would be amazing to see that. But he said, if you have a little faith, you can say the same thing to the fig tree and have done it. Or you could tell a mountain to move and it would move. He said, a little faith goes a long way. He talks about the seed of a mustard seed. And then he leaves and he goes to the temple and he starts arguing with a bunch of Pharisees again. They're always saying something. Was John, they want to know, where did he get this authority? How does he get this authority? Jesus tells them he gets this. He says, I'll ask you a question. Was John a prophet or was he not a prophet? They say, John, they didn't say nothing really actually, because they didn't want to answer, because if they said that he was a prophet, then why did they kill him? If they said he wasn't a prophet, all the people believed he was, so they'd be, it just caused a lot of turmoil. So Jesus says, well, neither do I answer you. He goes on, he tells them a story about a person with a vineyard. He said, man gets a vineyard. He hires some servants to take care of it. He goes to get his the reward after a year, and they didn't want to pay it. Matter of fact, they killed their servants and left them. And then he talks about it coming. He sent his son, and the son gets killed. This is all what Jesus talked about leading up, what they're doing to him, what they did to the prophets, what Israel's done. And they were not happy about this. So he had a very busy, like next day from Palm Sunday, Monday, he had a busy Monday of just fighting with Pharisees, cursing fig trees, and just telling more parables. He loved to tell parables because most time it was insulting to the Pharisees. But the people were learning that, about faith. They were learning that the house of Israel was in turmoil.